this morning. Welcome again, long time no see. For those of you guys that are joining us for the public stream here, welcome. We have a very interesting market this week here, guys. We are continuing this melt up here. We have a lot of things moving around. We've got some very interesting news coming out that we absolutely have to break down. Sorry I wasn't live for the first 2 days of this week. I had to go to New York City for some meetings, but we're back now. So again, 10:30 every single day we're doing these streams. So for those of you guys that want to join us here, welcome. But team, let's see who's in here this morning. Let's do some good mornings. If you guys would say good morning to somebody in the live chat, I'd love to receive some good mornings over here too. Let's see who's in here, folks. Let's do a little bit of a roll call, then start getting into everything that we have to talk about today. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. Costs you nothing to do. It helps me out a whole lot in spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. Also, before we start getting into everything over here, I got to give a big congratulations to everybody that's in the Less Trades, More Profits community. I mean, the trade on Pfizer this week, Hershey's, Novo. I mean, you guys quite honestly might have just had another record-breaking week in there. Again, for those of you guys that want to hop in and join us here, again, I'm running the best sale I am ever going to offer. 50% off your first 2 months with code June. It literally comes out to $1 a day. At the end of this month, though, we are going waitlist only, closing off to the public. So if you guys do want to join before then, make sure you guys do. But, okay, so let's first do a little bit of a roll call here, ladies and gentlemen. See if we got any slackers on the like button. Oh, we might. We got, let's see. We got Daily, Taylor, Garrett, Michael, Ian, Steven. Giram, what's up, man? Andre, Eddie, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, all right, first things first, we obviously have to talk about CPI. The main thing that I've been saying on this channel, on Twitter, everywhere, basically, is that ever since the FOMC meeting minutes from December, the Fed has been overly worried about inflation moving back to the upside. And it really comes down to the fact that they are looking at things from really just a theoretical perspective versus what is actually occurring in reality. For a test question out of a textbook, what would you expect to see? Again, if out of prices of domestic goods and services, if tariffs started to aggressively go up, and obviously you would then say the correct answer would be that prices would go up. But that's operating off of a very basic economic assumption of ceteris paribus, which effectively just means all other things being held equal. And in reality, all other things are not being held equal, ever. I mean, there's always different moving parts, a lot of different variables, and those variables are changing as situations continue to develop here. And then you also have to think about these tariffs really just being used as a little bit of a bargaining chip to get some of these trade deals. So have we seen that move up in inflation yet? No. We haven't. For the first 6 months or 5 months of this year, we have not seen inflation move significantly to the upside. We've actually seen it move down. U.S. May consumer prices rose 0.1% month over month, with the estimate being at 0.2. Year over year, we had a 2.4% year over year increase, with the estimate being at 2.5. Core CPI rose 0.1% month over month, which is excluding food and energy. The estimate was 0.3%. And year over year, we were at 2.8% versus the estimate of 2.9. So there are still going to be people out there trying to make this argument that, oh, we just still haven't seen the effects of these tariffs yet. And I would say, yes, we have. I mean, if you remember, everybody was talking about these container shipments being way down from China, that things were not going to be on the shelves, you were going to see this big supply shock, and that just didn't happen. So again, you can prepare for the event and the possibility that you do see maybe a little bit of a move up in the short term in some of these price levels. But in general, even if you do see that, you also have to think about where the consumer is. With consumer sentiment being as low as it is right now, and overall confidence being at those low 2022 levels, if prices go up, consumers are not going to spend money. And that is, again, going to show a lot of these corporations that they're not going to be able to charge those increased prices. What happens? Well, then their sales go down, their margins shrink, it could lead to layoffs and economic slowdown. So it actually ends up being deflationary if you end up seeing these massive tariffs coming into the system here. So that's why, again, the market is still reacting positively to these low CPI prints, because this is going to give us an even stronger argument for rate cuts coming a little bit sooner than expected. Now, I haven't actually looked at what the projections are today. I would assume they moved up for 3. I haven't looked yet, because I mean, that's just the assumption. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So it moved down off of 1 up into 2. So 1 day ago, it was 39.8% probability for 2 cuts. Today it's 40.9 for 3 cuts. It was 19.2% yesterday, and then it moved back up to 23. So things are moving a little, but not in any meaningful way, because what I think the market really still understands here is that the Fed is still not going to move. They are still going to keep being worried. Again, their textbook is going to tell them, nope, inflation's going to come back. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. And they've also said that they are okay with being what's called behind the curve. They're okay with acting late when it comes to interest rates because they don't necessarily understand what's going to happen next. Now, the meeting between Powell and Trump could have given the Fed, and Powell in particular, a little bit more clarity on what this actual plan is, because again, Trump is bringing chaos into the market, and it is very difficult for a Federal Reserve to act when you have a lot of that chaos. So again, the argument is there for the Fed being cautious, but they are being a little bit overcautious there. Tesla, after the craziness that we saw with Elon Musk and Donald Trump last week, is now back up higher than those levels that it was at really before that craziness started happening there. So again, like we were talking about when Tesla was at these lows here, the smartest decision was to be selling put options down at these levels here to take advantage of that increased implied volatility. So that trade idea that I gave you guys for free on these public streams here would have absolutely printed for you guys those options, depending on the expiration date. Like if you went a month out, those are probably up 60, 70, 80%. Right now, maybe even more. SoFi was another name here, guys, that we were actually looking at in the group this morning for a potential breakout to the upside here. Now, for those of you guys in the group, you guys know I don't like buying gap ups. I like selling gap ups, and especially so close to market open, I really don't like to do a whole lot because there's not enough data for that day. But SoFi looks absolutely awesome here. Remember, we've been talking about this weekly setup on this channel here, just from a technical perspective on SoFi over the last couple, really week or so. This is a very, very bullish looking chart. If you can get a weekly close on SoFi above this high here, which is about 1478, going into the summer, the next month or two, you easily could see SoFi get up back to the 17 area, which would be awesome. You go into earnings, you get a nice pre-earnings run up there. They show even more user growth. They get crypto back out. I mean, again, SoFi, like I've said before, is sitting in a really, really solid spot to take advantage of all the opportunity that this market has over the next couple of months here. Also, team, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. We got a lot of slackers over here. A lot of slackers on the like button. Let's see. And again, share the stream. I'm doing these not yesterday and the day before. I had to go do some important stuff in New York. But other than that, we'll be live every single day at 10:30 for you guys. Palantir over here. Another very, very strong move today. Like I've been talking about with this one, that whole New York Times hit piece is obviously not going to affect their revenues at all. But it's not bullet. It's not like this is a good thing to be happening with the company. And I will still say that Palantir, when they come out and try and do this like PR campaign to make sure that people don't think that they're going to be surveilling Americans in the way that a lot of people think that they are, they need to understand their audience. They cannot come out and have Alex Karp just go say, just go read about Foundry and figure it out. It's like, do you really think the people making memes on TikTok are going to have any understanding of how technical Foundry actually is? No, they don't. Those interviews that he did last week, I don't think did anything to calm down sentiment, because he's not talking to Palantir investors. He's talking to normies. He's just talking to normal people. Let's see here. Then Hims is looking interesting. I still don't really like the way that this is looking here on the daily. Again, I think this is one that's going to have a lot of success over, let's say, the next 2 or 3 years here. But for me, I mean, just looking at it from a short-term perspective, I mean, this is not the best looking chart here. Congratulations on Novo, everybody. For those of you guys that have been paying attention here, again, my favorite phrase. This is actually a really good example of pay attention or pay a premium. For the Discord, the Less Trades More Profits community, I mean, this was the most recent mid to long-term share purchase. I gave this one to you guys down in here. My average on the shares is about 62.50. My leaps on this are up a lot right now, which is great. But this is what I mean when I say pay attention or pay a premium. Like, you're either going to pay attention when I talk about these at these lower levels at 62, or you're going to pay a premium for it up in the 80s. So This one's cruising. I still have to figure out what I want to do with this. 8250, like I was talking about with you guys, is kind of the area that I want to trim a little bit of these options. Not the shares. Shares I'm never going to sell. Well, obviously, unless something crazy starts happening. But 8250, maybe. I would really like to see this one get up to the 200 EMA on the daily. And then I might start trimming there. We'll see. I'll see what these are worth if we end up trading up to that 8250 area. But those are up a decent amount right now. Those are really nice. Really, really nice. And also, guys, you guys have any questions about anything, let me know. That's what I'm here for. Any charts that you want to go over, any individual tickers that you want to talk about, let me know. That's what I do these streams for. Again, I've been doing this since I was 14 years old, 26 now. Learning from some of the most successful people in the financial world. Visa was another one that we talked about this morning. Did MasterCard go? Because MasterCard was the one it's just kind of a wonky chart. My computer's losing its mind. Yeah, MasterCard's not bad. Visa, though, is the one. Yeah, that I liked a lot more. Again, I'm looking for perfect here, just in general, with the longer term share purchases and also with the trades. I think what you guys are going to see a lot on social media and also for just in general is that you're going to see a lot of people talk about a lot of different stocks all the time. And that's not smart, in my opinion. What they're doing is they're just trying to hook you over and over and over again to these names and be like, oh, here's a new one, here's a new one, here's a new one. The way to actually have success, like really, really strong, like solid success in the market, guys, is to really be picky with where you're allocating your money. Like I say this to the group all the time. I have, for the like mid to long-term investment ideas, I have between 5 and 10 really good ideas every year, and I hammer them. I don't just fly around looking at all of these different individual names, looking at this, that, and the other. No. I look for very specific things, which, again, I am going to get the mastermind videos recorded for you guys over probably the next 3 weeks. So you guys will have that, have a deeper insight into how my process actually looks. But it's simple. And when things align like they do with like Novo, it's a no-brainer. Like this one is like, if I ever see things like this, like when the very simple way to look at Novo is one, they are still number 1 and 3 for GLP-1s. Ozempic, and then it's the Eli Lilly one. Was that Bound, I think? And then Wegovy. Okay, so then you have to think about their revenues. What have their revenues done since 2022? Well, they've skyrocketed. So how is it then going to make sense that the stock is going to trade at the same levels that it was before the massive revenue increase, while also looking like they're going to get these oral GLP-1s out? They have a lot of other drugs in the pipeline here. And you are still seeing a very, very high demand for these products. Not to mention the end of compounding, basically the knockoff versions of those drugs is coming to an end, which is then going to push more customers to the Novo Nordisk products. I just think that is an absolute no-brainer off of these 2022 highs. Now, again, I could have been a little bit better and gotten a little bit of a lower entry there, but I'm fine with 62.50 all day long. You see the bottom, you see these volume spikes at the lows, and now we're cruising. Have a massive buffer on this position. The options are up really nicely. I have the 95s, I think, for January. Those are looking unbelievable. So, but let's see here, folks. It's going to be another interesting day, especially with what happened with CPI today. We do have PPI tomorrow, which is the Producer Price Index. We are going to get a little bit more insight into price levels, again, obviously. And then also we're going to be seeing the jobs report and then Friday consumer sentiment. But right now, everything is kind of queuing up for a melt up in the broad market here. Hit that like button. Thank you, Daily Taylor. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, but again, you guys want to come and learn how to actually like really fully take advantage of everything the market has to offer. Make sure you hop into the group before the end of the month. Use code June. Get 50% off your first 2 months. I mean, like we can just go over some of the tickers from this week. Like Pfizer hit TP1 today. This was epic. This was the level that I outlined for you guys, 2370. TP1 at 2444. Those options for you guys. I know we're up a lot. And then there was this one, Hershey's. This one was really good. 163.92. I know a lot of you. I saw some 200%ers off of this one for you guys. That was awesome. Congratulations. Dash, we could take a look at that one quick. This one was not. Yeah, it looks okay. It's a wonky one. It's not perfect, but yeah, that could easily form a setup there. And then Novo, obviously, this week was epic. You guys had a couple more, too, I think, that were firing. Where's CVS right now? Because that was another one. Yeah, that one still looks really good here. But yeah, having that less trades, more profits methodology just drilled into your guys' heads is going to make you so much money over the long run, because not necessarily, I mean, again, it is fun. Like, yeah, it's great. Multi-100 and 1,000% trades coming all the time. But the most important part is understanding when not to do things in the market. That's what's going to enable you to really turbocharge your success. Winmore, what's up, man? How you doing? So, Tessie having a decent day here off this gap up. SoFi looks awesome. Market's starting to pull up here. I'd like to see Novo get back above 80. That would be nice. But really, after what we saw yesterday in today, it's like, this thing could do whatever it wants going into the end of the week. I am happy with what yields are doing today as well, especially off of the CPI data. So you are seeing money kind of flow back into the bond market. Visa, great move there. Any of you guys that grabbed this one from the morning stream when we were talking about this one at the break of like, what, 371.50? That's an epic start there on that one. Elf. No, I don't like this. It's just slowly grinding up here after the post-earnings move. I'm not the biggest fan of that. Met. It's all right. I mean, it's kind of in no man's land. I like how it's chopping around at the 200, holding the 10. Looks decent. I mean, but again, you guys know I'm looking for perfect. That's why Pfizer was so good, or Hershey's. Like, when we see those perfect setup guys, the best part about it is when you look at them, you're like, oh, even if they end up failing, what are the options going to be down? 5 or 10%, 10, 20%? And if they hit, what happens? 500%, 700%. That's the beauty of what we do. My Novos actually might be green today now. No, they're basically flat. Oh, no. No, they're up a little. Nothing crazy, though. I'd like to see us get back above 80. That'd be nice. A weekly close above 80 on Nova would be phenomenal for us. I've got some decent size on this now, too, especially with this move up. So, again, I'd love to see us go up and hit that 200 EMA. What else? Neo, I think, is actually looking pretty good today, too. It's all right. Looks good. Nothing crazy. But, again, you're just chopping around in this zone here. Again, the thing with Neo that you got to understand is there's a lot of overpromise, underdeliver from management on this name, and they need to start delivering, or else the investor base is going to leave. Like, I will leave. I will take my money out of this one if they're not able to really start showing signs of moving things in a positive direction. Novo's pushing here. But yeah, really, like, even when I was away, oh, we got some more in community game. Oh, you hit that? Yeah, man. You guys are crushing it, man. It's awesome. I love seeing you guys win, and it's especially cool because the way I do things, guys, I want to make sure that you guys are going to be self-sufficient. The thing that some of you guys might be newer to the channel or to the stream, like, I'm not doing this forever. My whole goal with all of you is to make you self-sufficient. I never want you dependent on me for stuff. That's not the point. You know how much more money I could make if I was just like, just listen to my alerts and, I'd so much more. It's not about that, though. I don't care. That's not what I'm here to do. And so days like yesterday and Monday, when I had to go to meetings, and seeing you guys being able to execute these for yourself, identify new ones, and hammer them for multi-hundreds of percent in gains in a day, that's what it's all about. It's awesome to see. Nova moving a little here. Market's pushing up here too. I love that. That's good. Oh, here. All right. You Bitcoin people, I've got something for you. Oop, that's not what I want. One, you're going to start, I think, I'm going to do another scan tonight. You're going to see a lot of the cryptos starting to set up here. So in the watch list section, there hasn't been a whole lot just because the setups weren't looking good. Now I think you're going to start seeing some things, but the weekly on Bitcoin looks really good. Like, really good here, guys. Yeah, Reason, shout out to you. What is he up now? Oh, yeah, that's great. Up like $1,600. Great work, man. Great work, guys. SoFi down. I think it looks great. Again, the weekly setup, the weekly chart that I've been talking about with you guys really last week and this week, it's starting to play out again. I think if you can get a weekly close above, 1478, I think you're going to be looking phenomenal on SoFi. Really good. But remember, I own this one at 655. I will not be buying it now. I'm just going to let this one go. Looks great. I mean, this is a really, really strong weekly chart here. I think if you do get that close and the overall market stays relatively decent and you don't see anything crazy, like you do end up seeing this melt up that a lot of people are talking about into the highs, I think it's possible that the market starts hitting SoFi next. Like you look at something like Palantir at the highs. Hood, I bet, is really cool. Yeah, Hood is, I mean, sold off a little here, but still looking really, really nasty at these highs here. Some of those other names that retail loves, I mean, are getting a lot of love. SoFi hasn't yet. I mean, it still looks good. It's at great levels. I mean, I'm up over 100% on my shares investment in that name, which is awesome. But obviously, I'd like to see it run some more. Looks great, though, especially with them bringing crypto back out. Their user growth is awesome. I think that one's going to be a big winner over the long term. And also, that Invest America thing, I'd have to look at that a little bit more because, again, I wasn't really looking at a whole lot the first 2 days this week, except for my Novo gains, which was great. I think Anthony Noto is on that committee or board or whatever it is. So that's positive. That is a very positive development. And yeah, guys, we got a lot of slackers on the like button today. Let's see. Let's see if we can hit 50. Let's see if we can hit 50 likes. We have enough of you guys in here to do it. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot spreading these streams out. But yeah, we're going to have some fun. I think today is going to be a little bit of a slower day, just broadly speaking in the market. But slow does not mean that there's not going to be opportunities forming. Like tonight, when I go through the list of everything for the group, I think we're going to see a lot of good setups forming. In addition to what you guys have already been able to hit this week with Pfizer, Hershey's. What else was there? I mean, Novo, like, just even looking at these, like, yeah, Diego hit Hershey's for 200%. That was great. 142% Novo, 261%, 272%, 250, 130. Yeah, you guys are crushing it. So I'd like to see us get back above 80. We're looking good here. Trump on Musk apology. I thought it was very nice that he did that. Very nice. And then, yeah, I'll have a YouTube video breaking down everything for you guys this evening as well. That'll probably come out around 4 p.m. Eastern. So for those of you guys that haven't yet, make sure you guys turn on notifications for the YouTube channel so you're notified every time we go live, post videos, things like that. Let's actually check out the news feed here, see if there's anything else that we need to be taking a look at. I don't think we are. Besant, we are suffering from budget blowout under Biden. See 6.5 to 6.7% budget gap for fiscal year 2025. Yeah, so Besant must be talking somewhere right now. Besant, China should not be allowed to export its way back to prosperity. Biden administration outsourced U.S. sovereignty on tax matters with global tax deal. He sees non-inflationary growth from tax cuts. All right. Jimmy, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I mean, Hood looks good. This could actually give us another setup here. Those of you guys that nailed this one that I outlined for you guys in the group, this was really good. From, what was this, 67 to, wow, 70, almost 78 at the highs. That's great. The option chain, crazy open interest. Yeah, they do that, though. Jimmy, you know how I feel about option, open interest, stuff like that. I don't really care. I'd rather look at the chart. The chart's going to tell you more about what's happening than the open interest is. But it looks great. I mean, that weekly setup that we've been talking about on this one, I can pull it back up for you. Looks awesome. Like this was actually in the pre-market plan today. What did we talk about? SoFi breaks what, 1450? I'd want to get long this one. Except, again, you guys know how I do things. It's like I'm not going to buy a gap up ever. Unless it's the post-earning strategy, which is different. It's the easiest thing to do in the world. But price action in the chart. Yeah. It's just like they might have a lot of open interest for it, but ever since the like AMC and GME days, everybody thinks like a spike in open interest just means gamma squeeze. And it's like, that's not how it's going to work, you know? SoFi to the moon? I mean, I think it could be a good one. I think this one definitely is going to be a really, really good name moving forward. I love this. It's just, oh man, this is what I love to see. Buying stuff at 62, it's at 80, almost. Looks good though. I love it. I also, again, dude, New York City, I just like Boston better, man. Every time I go, I'm just like, oh. It's like the air. Like, you get hit with the New York air, and you're just like, whew. I don't know. Some people like it. Some people really love it. But also, those of you guys that hopped into the group and were looking at the volatility zones, you nailed this one right here. I wasn't even watching this one. I wasn't here. Boom. Bing! Dead. There's 120,000 open interest at strike 12 put. Jimmy, this is the important part about, this is why I don't look at it ever. You can't explain it. You know? Like, you can't. There's no explanation. The only way to actually get an explanation is to talk directly to the people that are holding those options, and you then somehow can guarantee that they are giving you a truthful answer. That's the only way to know. That's why, to me, it's irrelevant. Like, I don't care. You could have some crazy stacking on the option chain, and I still don't care, because you can't actually get a good conclusion from it. That's why I don't like it. Like, there's no, like, oh, maybe it's like, you're just speculating, you know? Novo's working its way up here. That's nice. Trying to get back to 80. It said bullish. Well, if there's that much open interest on the put side, when you think about market maker hedging, if you buy an option from the market maker, the delta hedging that happens is a short. Because they sell you the put, they're effectively long, they have to short. Let's say there's a 60 delta, they'd have to go short 60 shares to be delta neutral. And then there's like, it moves. So like if the deltas move, they'll cover, they'll do that. That's where gamma squeezes happen, because it'll, like on the other side, let's say I'm buying a call from the market maker. They're selling me the call, so they're effectively short delta and gamma in the stock, effectively. But in order for them to hedge that, they have to go long. Let's say the delta is 60. Okay, so then the stock moves up. Delta is now 65. Now they have to buy 5 more shares. That's a gamma squeeze. As the stock moves up, it's the options market that's forcing market makers to go buy. So let's see. Novo's moving up nicely here. CoreWeave is dumping. I mean, that's one that you don't touch with a 10-foot pole. This is just typical retail trader nonsense in my mind. Again, if you bought this like down here, that's great. Happy for you. You made 150%. That's awesome. Or 200%. That's great. But like, what goes up must come down. Like, this is probably not one that I would want to put my money in for any long period of time, especially up here. That's crazy. Pfizer new highs. Great work, guys. There you go. That's awesome. So second TP for you guys on Pfizer. Like we said this morning on the private stream, it's pick your poison. It's either 25.17 or 25.43. But yeah, this is an epic one here. This was one directly off the watch list for you guys this week. Again, if you guys aren't in there yet, you guys have what? 20 days about to hop in there, get 50% off your first 2 months with code June with the link at the top of the live chat for you. Nike. Rohan, I was actually looking for you this morning on Pfizer. I was hoping you took this one because this is an interesting one. I'll talk about it in a second. But Nike, no, we talked about this one this morning. That's probably a cut. I don't know where it is right now. Is it moving back up? Yeah, this is one that I didn't really like this one. Pfizer, though, is an interesting one because think about it. On the breakout here, 2370 that I gave you guys. All right, so you're up, what, 3-4% on shares here? What I want you to look at, though, 4% on shares. What I want you to look at is this. Can you guys see this? Hold on. No. All right, Pfizer right now has an effect, like a yield for their dividend at 7.37% right now. That's almost a screaming buy for me. But I don't want to just start stacking healthcare names right now. That's just not, like, I have Novo, I'm fine with it. I don't want to just start getting, because you guys know how I view like healthcare in general. It's like with all these drugs, the approval process, everything, it's like you got to really know it really well. I just don't. So I'm not going to try and outsmart the people that have the edge over me in the market. Novo's different because it's very, very easy to understand that one. Very simple. But yeah, once you guys hop into the group, if you guys want to just kind of get an understanding of what the bullish thesis on Novo is, there's the research report is in there for you. SoFi's looking great. Pfizer looking phenomenal here for you guys. What are those up? Those have got to be, depending on your expiration date, I mean, 200%? 150, 200, something like that. The reason I didn't take them, guys, and we talked about this morning, is like if I'm not like at a desk, especially with options, I don't really want to be taking new positions. Again, like I was gonna go down a plane, and I was like, well, this plane doesn't really have Wi-Fi, so I'm not gonna take new positions, put risk on when I'm not gonna be able to look at them. Like, what if something happens and I've got to get out of it? I could have sized it for 0, but at that point, it's like, why bother? And you also, this is a good example here too. It's like, well, yeah, I outlined for you guys the Hershey's move, which I don't even know where Hershey's is, but I know you guys are cranking on this one. Yeah, that one still looks great. But like, I'm not going to look at these moves here and say, oh, the next time I have to travel, I'm just going to start slinging options even though I'm not going to have internet access. That doesn't make sense. But you guys nailing these, again, like going into the rest of this week, we don't really have to do anything. Nothing. We just sit here and manage our positions and let them rip. Pfizer, I mean, this still looks really good. So I wonder, let's see, who from the group is in it? I'm trying to see if anybody had one from before so I can get a reference. I don't know. But I mean, I bet they're up a lot. That was a great move. It's very simple, guys. Like, once you see how simple what we do actually is, and how to actually like siphon money out of this market in a very, very simple yet effective way, you're like, oh my God, I wish I was doing this sooner. It's like, yeah, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Ooh, we're halfway there on the like button, team. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Let's see if we can hit 50. Then pretty soon, I think we're going to be going for that 100 like threshold during the stream. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, market's not doing a whole lot. We got some good data today with CPI. Again, YouTube video is going to be coming out, breaking everything down more at around 4. So you guys are going to have that one too. So make sure you guys have, what do you call it? Also, dude, I got another one of these emails about these people trying to pay me to talk about stocks. 88%? Oh, that's it? That's strange. Oh, July. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I feel like a lot of people just don't understand. I think they might just be too stupid to understand what's legal and what's illegal. Like, I might just blast them on Twitter and be like, hey guys, another person is trying to pay me to talk about this low float nonsense BS stock. Like, it's just ridiculous. I don't understand why people think that I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, you can pay me, and then I'm going to talk about a stock. Are you stupid? A lot of your favorite people have done it, though. I know who they are. No morals these days, guys. No morals, no ethics, no nothing. It's crazy. SoFi's ripping up to 15 here. Here we go. Woohoo, making some money. Love it. Love it, man. Ludnick says China is going to approve all applications for magnets for U.S. companies. Ludnick, Trump, and Xi have to approve the final wording. Interesting. Yeah, 88%. That's still good. I mean, first TP on that. I mean, from $1 move on Pfizer, that should have been giving you a bit more. You might have gotten a bad fill like Ryan's. I think Ryan had a bad fill on it. Need more people like you? I mean, in some cases, Jimmy. It's just, I don't get it. Like, it's not even like, okay, so you're going to pay me, I'm going to talk about a stock, and then the stock's probably going to go to nothing. Who wins in that? I don't even win. And everybody's mad at me. Like, no, they did. I got another email today. I got it this morning. Or no, I got it yesterday. I just checked my email today. Of course, you can have the option to decline if you do not like the company. Guys, I pick like between 5 and 10 stocks every year from the broad market. You think I'm going to be talking about your nonsense crap microcap ticker? No. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. How much are we talking? Not enough. Not enough, man. Yeah, SoFi's knocking on the door of 15 there. That looks great. That weekly setup, guys, that we were talking about on that one, I told you it was coming. You guys, I mean, that are new to the channel, you guys are going to see this happen a lot, where it's like we start talking about something, and then it's like, oh my God, he's right again. It's like, yeah, that's what we do. Pay attention or pay a premium. That's all I got to say. Novo, come on. 80. I'd love to see you back above 80. I'm up nice on these. On everything, I'm up nicely on Novo. Palantir still up. Pfizer. That's just like, you guys want to know what an A+ setup looks like and follow through? It's Pfizer. How can we pick the right one? Rowan, it's not about that. It's gonna happen. Like I'll be in things sometimes and they'll like run and then I'll cut them at break even and then that's it. But it's about like, it's not being like, oh, I wish I was in the other ones. Like with options, you could be in all of them. Like I know you're trading shares, so it's gonna be difficult for you to trade all of them. But it really is just like think about it. If I knew which ones were going to go every time, I'd full port them. I'd put my entire net worth into every single one of the trades if I knew that they were going to be the ones that go, you know? So it's about thinking about what happens over time by operating in the market, or over time by operating in the market the way that we do. It's like, well, I don't know what the outcome of the trade's going to be, but I know what the potential for it is. So I'm just going to put myself in position to nail them every time. You know? That's it. That's all we can do. And then it just comes down to managing the positions. If they start to not look good, you just cut them. Pfizer, though, was an interesting one. Like, if you were in this one, I think we talked about this on the stream today. Like, especially for you, I was like, you just hold this. Like this one, you literally could trim some of this a little bit and then throw a stop at like break even, and then you have a risk-free position that's going to pay you a 7.4-ish% yield that also has an incredibly bullish looking chart. Like that's where you can really, and shares is a little different too. Like if I'm trading more shares, I'm not thinking differently, but like let's say that, you know how like the setup within the setup on the basin breaks, like they'll sell off a lot, then they'll shift and then flatline. Those are the ones that I'll consider trading shares for, because if I catch it right, I can hold that forever. I can just keep holding it. And it turns into like, let's say a normal trade would be like a 1-to-4 risk to reward. Those can turn into 1-to-30. And you just keep holding and holding and holding and holding until things start to shift. Tessie fading here. Tessie was up a decent amount, but Tessie's starting to fade a little bit. You actually, here's an interesting thing. We do have to be careful of this, but Tesla could start giving us a setup here again. You do have to be careful though, because the IV on this one is still going to be juiced up, so we may not go near it, but I will be looking at it. It'll be on my radar for like the next 2 weeks to see if Tesla forms a setup for us. It might. It'd be very fun if it did. And the chain wasn't just ridiculous. All right, we're getting some stuff come through the feed here. Lutnick, China said fentanyl halt is not on the table. Oh boy, looks. Yeah, see, that looks like the U.S. caved. Is the market selling off on this? Yep. Lutnick, you can say the China tariff levels won't change from here. Yeah. Market's not gonna like that. Market is not gonna like that. SoFi backing off of 15 there. Pfizer down a little too. Hershey's doesn't care. Long chocolate. Lutnick, we are not going to give China our best chips. We already knew that though. are you doing that? So a little volatility coming in off of these Lutnick comments here. Novo still looks fine. Obviously, I mean, that thing is going to be a big winner, I think, over the long run. Yeah, Hershey's doesn't care. Yields came up a little bit off of that, but nothing crazy. Where's the dollar? I would assume up. Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, so like we've been talking about with the dollar, guys, you still have not seen the foreign money flowing back into U.S. markets. When that happens, all right, here's what's going to happen. Ready? We're going to do some if-then statements here. If market breaks all-time highs right here, ES, what, 61.65, SPX at what? 61.48, basically. That's when you're going to see the dollar start to come back up. You know why? Everybody's going to fight this rally if it continues. They're just going to fight it. They're going to be like, no, inflation, growth, slowdown, tariffs, this, that, and the other. And once the market makes all-time highs, they're going to be like, oh, I was wrong. And that's when things could get really interesting because fund positioning is still, one, very light, and two, I also have seen things that overall positioning now from funds is short. Short interest in the S&P is up there. Historically, like if you look at like historical levels of short interest on the S&P, it is elevated. So that's probably where a lot of those stops are going to be, right at those highs. So then they'll flip. So not only will you get that buying pressure coming in from the closing of the short positions, but you'll also get initiated longs. But that's when the dollar probably comes back up, is when the market breaks all-time highs. Or or a crazy trade deal, like with the EU. If you get a really good trade deal with the EU, they might start coming back in early. They might front run it. Market ate that up pretty quickly, though. So that's probably when you start to see that money come back in, and the market could get really spicy from there. Yeah, guys, honestly, like, congratulations to all of you guys this week, though. Like, really, really, really good work. Really good. So, again, for those of you guys that haven't hopped in there with us yet, I'll throw the link in the live chat. Just use code June, and that'll give you 50% off your first 2 months. Remember, after June, it's closed off to the public, waitlist only. You won't be able to hop in. And it'll probably be like on these streams, I'll just allow maybe a couple of people to hop in, like maybe like 2 at a time. We'll open it up for a second, and then boom, you'll be able to hop in. But other than that, you won't be able to hop in. Yeah, Pfizer back up. I mean, if this continues, guys, this could be a really, really nasty one. I like how Novo isn't dying today either. I'm very happy with that. Tessie, I mean, it's going to do what it does. Hims, I'm still not the biggest fan of this chart, man. I just am not. Very tough for me to make I mean, I like that it's got some, like, just devil's advocate, it's got some decent support right here, but what I'm saying is if you break 51.30, it's probably nuking. Which would be good. I'd love to pick some of this up. Eli Lilly said something interesting as well. They were like, we're not going to work with like these companies like Hims if they still offer the compounded versions. And Hims was basically like, no. Now remember, Hims has a partnership with Novo Nordisk. Now at the end of compounding, that's going to drive a lot of business for Novo. They also have a partnership with CVS, and they're going to get on formulary, and it's going to be the preferred drug. Like, there's a lot of good things coming out with this one. There is a little catalyst, an event coming up on the 20th to 23rd. It's like this diabetes conference, so that's going to be interesting for Novo. But you also have new CEO news that could come out at any time, probably over the next 3 months. And then you also have more developments probably coming at the end of this year with the oral GLP-1. So that's what the market's going to look for. But our entry on this thing, oh my God, can't get much better than that. You know what I want to look for here too? Where's Philip Morris, the one that I gave you? Oh my God, guys, 182 almost. Oh look, this is where I gave it to you, 95. $95. There you go, easy money. Again, I'm very, 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 like, I have blinders on when I look at the market. I look for very specific things. If things look perfect, I will execute on them. If not, I am perfectly fine. Not sitting in cash, but having more cash laying around. And just waiting for those just no-brainer, just like so obvious opportunities. Lutnick, deal after deal will start coming next week. Ooh. Lutnick says, now we're focusing on other deals. Besson highlights that 10-year yields are down this year. Are they? They might be, actually. Not a lot. I mean, they're basically flat, but yeah, I mean, 13 bips. All right, Besson. All right, buddy. Let's relax a little bit there. Yeah, but they're down. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's just like, I mean, where did you start? Like, right here? Yeah, you started like right in here. I would call that unchanged on the 10-year so far this year. But hey, politicians gonna politic, you know? They're gonna do their thing. Oh, also, Apex is doing a 80% off sale for you guys too. Those of you guys that like to use prop firms, use code VIX. There you go. Don't ever pay full price for Apex. But yeah, 80% off sale with Apex as well. We didn't even talk about that. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about in this YouTube video today. We covered a lot of it in the stream, but again, the streams are longer, so I'll condense it down for you guys for the video later. Make sure you guys have notifications turned on too. Don't miss these. Novo, come on. Come on, bud. You can do it. I trust you. You can do it, bud. Don't we have an FOMC meeting coming up too? Like next week? Uh-oh. My computer's going to lose its mind. Uh-oh. 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 I clicked something. It's going to lose its mind now. All right, I think we're back. Uh, 6,100. All right, hold on. How's the stream? Are we good? Like my computer just lost its mind. I think we're back. Yeah. I mean, Jimmy, there's one thing. Speaking of Apex, I will be taking a payout this Friday. Reaper, congratulations, buddy. There you go. Yeah, so just use code VIX. That'll get you 80% off. I mean, you can get up to $6 million in funding to trade with them, 20 accounts. And once you get past that intraday trailing drawdown, whew, sky's the limit. June 18th? Yeah, next week. Next week. So, all right, we are what, 22 likes away here from 50? I think you guys can do it. I think you guys got it in you today. Yeah, Novo looking good. I mean, I should be up a little bit on these, but like nothing to write home about. Yeah, nothing. I mean, we're looking really good. Actually, I could probably, yeah, the last month, I'll probably post it soon, just like the percentage gain. You hit the like as always? Thanks, Jimmy. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're having a really good stretch here, guys. Really good stretch. It's fun. I mean, make sure you guys hop in before it's too late. Because then what we'll probably do is be like I'll open up some spots on the stream, maybe on like Fridays or something. I'll give you guys like 5 extra spots to hop in, but other than that, it's gonna be waitlist only. And then maybe randomly I'll let some of you guys in off the waitlist, but probably not. Probably not. Yeah, I don't want that right now. Yeah, I want to see Novo get back above 80. That's it. SoFi that'd be nice if it got above 15. 14, what is it? 98 is day high. Pfizer's still looking great. Where is Hershey's for you? Is that thing starting to push? A little bit. I mean, you've got this trade was. Do you guys remember this one? This was so filthy. little uh-oh here for a second, and then boom, this thing was just a monster. Tessie back up here. I see. We're gonna look at Tesla. We'll watch it, but the chain might be a little too juiced. Where's Facebook actually? Okay. This was one that we were kind of looking at this morning here too, but I'm going to give this one a little bit because, again, I did outline this one for you guys on this break of like 653, 653.50. That was an epic move there as well. But I really want to see this form a much more perfect setup than what it's doing now, because this could just be a slow grind up. We're looking for the burst. We don't want to just be sitting here being like, oh, it's just going to grind up. No. No. Yeah, it will, Jimmy. There is one, okay, so there's one thing that nobody else has that I don't even have like actual access to it. There's a guy I know that made this like, it does talk about like gamma exposure from market makers, and I've played with it a little when I've seen it, and it's really good, and it's showing you like where the big levels are. It kind of is gamma exposure. It's kind of what it is, but it has a lot of other variables in it, like Vanna, Charm. There's a lot more in it, and when I've seen them play out, they're really nasty. Other than that, I don't look at any of it. I don't think it's a very an effective way to be looking at the market. And also, like, the other thing too, guys, is like, think about when we were looking at the volatility zones last week. It's like you just could use those. Like, you could just use some of the volatility zones, and you'd be absolutely fine. Amazon needs a few days. Let's take a look at that, actually. Yes, Amazon. I mean, yeah, this is a great example why we don't buy gap ups. This right here. Gapping above the level, rips up, tanks. Don't buy gap ups. But yeah, this one does look good. That's how you use it. True. You don't want to get analysis paralysis here either, where you're going to be like, oh, look at this. And it's because we don't have to. Think about like how simple what I do is. I don't need any of it. Like, once you guys go through the course videos, you're going to be like, wait, that's it? Like, yep. That's how simple this is. They love to overcomplicate it. They love to, especially like these ICT idiots on social media. They're like, the algorithm speaking to me in my dreams. It's like, dude, no, stop. Stop. It's not how any of this works. Put it inverse the fair value gap. Change of kit. Please stop. You just sound silly. ICT is astrology for traders, is what it is. 60-60. Hey, you're looking all right here. Nobody's just chopping around today. It's fine with me. I mean, I'm happy. What I'm happy about is that this is holding. Very impressed with how much wisdom and intelligence you have. Thanks, Jimmy. Yeah, I mean, remember, it's not like, I know I look young, but I've been doing this since I was like 14, and I'm 26 now. So I'm like, when you look at these other people out there, like on the internet, they're like, oh, I probably have as much or more experience than they do. I just don't look like I do, which is fine. I don't care. I don't need to do any of this. I do this to help you guys. Hershey's flat. Yeah, what else are we looking at? Did I throw anything else in the thing this morning? No, it was just SoFi. What did Mobileye do? I think this one came down. I don't think this one did anything. No. I mean, I'd still look at this, but this is not going to be one that's like high up on the list for me. What else? I mean, yeah. I mean, the ones that hit this week hit big time. Like, well, here's another one. Skyworks. Boom. There you go. Well, it's coming down now, but that's still a good one. Hershey's, great. Pfizer was probably the big winner, along with Novo. So Pfizer and Novo and Hershey's. And I think AMD, but I don't know where AMD is right now. It's fading. Bolt. Yeah, I'm looking at it too, Jimmy. It's just like I mean, that's a big bear flag, but I'm interested in it. I'd have to go through some of their numbers. I just haven't yet. So maybe here's what we do. So for those of you guys that are in the group that want to get the mastermind, maybe the stock, after I go through the entire methodology of everything, like looking at macro, looking at charts, looking at fundamentals, the way that I do it in my process, maybe the ticker that we do this on, like an example, is Weeble. Because I'm interested in it, but when I go through and look at stock size, I don't know what the conclusion is going to be. Like, remember how we were looking at Target? Where's Target now? Yeah, I mean, this has gone nowhere. Like, we were looking at this one down in here, and I was, like, looking through this. I looked at their numbers, compared to Walmart, doing everything, and I was like, I just don't, it's not selling me. Like, there's usually something that I look at that's like, this is selling me on it. It's like it wants, like, the story and everything, the mismatch is all making sense. Target didn't. Palantir is crazy. Oh, I agree. I don't think you should be buying Palantir up here. Palantir up here is nuts. Remember, I mean, I gave this to everybody at 15. I got out at 71. I think a lot of people are still in this. It's fun. Like, I'm perfectly fine with doing that 10 times out of 10. I'd sell it if you gave me the opportunity to buy the thing at 15 again and then sell it at 71. I would do it every time. I don't care that it's at 137 right now. I really don't. That's not what this is about. It's about a repeatable process to approaching the market. I also didn't have as much of it as I wanted to. So I was like, I'll just take the gains. But yeah, this one is one that, like, you don't long it. You don't buy shares of this here, but you definitely don't short it. And again, remember what we were talking about when the bad news was coming out about it with the New York Times hit piece. It's like, well, it's not going to actually affect any of their revenues. It's not going to change the business fundamentally at all. But what you have to understand is that it does change sentiment, and that can move things around over like a long enough time horizon, where if people start to not like this company in general, like, and also you can't send Alex Karp out there and he has to know his audience. Alex Karp is not the individual that you send out there to try and calm people down about having this massively powerful analytical software that now people are saying is going to be spying on Americans. He's not the guy to send out to calm them down. He just isn't. It's just his personality. And that was confirmed when he came out and was like, oh, just go read Foundry. It's like, no. You're not talking to investors. You're not talking to engineers. You're not talking to any of those types of people. You're talking about the random person that may not have any invested money in the stock market, that is scrolling around on TikTok and sees that there's a company that's stealing their data and spying on them. Do you think that that person with probably no analytical experience is going to be able to go in and read about Foundry and understand that they're probably not going to be stealing an? No, they're not. You have to understand your audience when you do those things. More than one position on shares? You absolutely can. Just make sure you don't let your risk get out of hand. Again, that equation that I show you guys to calculate risk in the course videos, if you have the ability to take on more positions after having one, like sometimes you that's why shares can get you're going to be trading a lot slower with shares. Like sometimes you have to full port them in order to get 1% risk. The New York Times is doing a meeting with them. Yeah, no, it's fine. But and I like what they're doing with it. They're not doing an interview with Alex Karp. It's not that I'm saying that Alex Karp is bad. I'm saying he's the wrong person for the job. You know, he's the wrong person to send out to talk about this. He's the right person to send out and talk about analyst expectations and company growth and things like that, because him being cracked out and passionate like that is going to get people's attention. It also gets people's attention when he does it in a PR statement. But the outcome's different. So that's a great company. They're growing significantly. But it's not one that I would feel comfortable putting my money in up here. Again, I wouldn't chase it up at these highs. I made my money on it. I'm done. Thanks. You know? Yeah, I mean, they can perceive it as bullish all they want, you know? And they probably will send it higher. Like, Palantir probably goes to 150. Okay. Fine with me. I don't care. Do whatever you got to do with it. Yeah. Market not really doing anything today here. Just chopping around. Just chopping around. Ooh! 17 likes away, team, from 50. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, so the YouTube video today will be solid. Make sure you guys are ready for that one. That one's probably coming out around 4. So make sure you have notifications turned on for the YouTube channel. And then, again, you guys want to hop into the group, make sure you guys do it before the end of the month, or else you're not going to be able to hop back in. Where's SoFi? 1477. Still looks good. Still looks good. OKLO and SMR. Take a look at those. I mean, it's good. Those look good. SMR. Yeah, it's just a little wonky, you know. They look good, though. Those things are super volatile, though. You got to be careful with them. You got to be very, very, very careful with those. If prices go up due to tariffs, it'll be one time, says Besant. There's no text on the deal, says Lutnick, just an agreement after China's President Xi approves. So yeah, there's not like an actual set in stone trade deal yet. Let's see what else we got. But yeah, there's not much going on here. We've got Palantir's looking good. I mean, it's selling off. I want Webull below 10, but this one for the master run, this one actually might be the one that I go through. It is a newer IPO though, so it's like I may not have as much data on it, but I'll look at it to see if it's one that we could throw in there, and then I'll go through it with you guys and just show you. Like, we'll go through the entire, like, oh, this is how I do it, and then we go through an example of like, okay, let's look at everything and say, is this one that we like or don't like? I'm not gonna know the outcome of it. Like, I'll look at things sometimes, and I'll be like, oh, this looks great, and then I find something, and I'm like, nope, absolutely not. So it depends. It depends on the name. But like Novo was the most recent one, and look at what's happened with that. You got to be very picky. That's what I want all of you guys to get to the point of, is being very picky. Because a lot of you guys are just in too much of a rush to do things. You never want to be in a rush in the market. When you start rushing, that's when bad things happen. Like really bad things that you do not want to happen. Besant asked if China is a reliable trade partner. We will see. We will see. Yeah, Novo flat. Yeah, market not doing anything here. Yeah, very chill day, guys. Very chill day. It's nice. The first 2 days of this week were great. Especially with Novo. I know a lot of you guys have like had Novo, Pfizer, Hershey's, all of them. And you guys were very happy yesterday in the chat. That was nice to see. It's always good seeing you guys make money. It's a very common occurrence, too. Let's see. Yeah, market's just kind of chopping around here. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. Is it hot out today? Oh, 80 degrees. Oh, wait, no, that's not here. 76. That's still good. Maybe I'll go outside for a little bit. Chill. I gotta hop on some phone calls at some point, too. Trade negotiation with China will be a much longer process. Yeah, I wouldn't. This is the other thing we haven't talked about, too. This is not the end of the trade talks with China. This is just a part of it. It's moving in a positive direction, but there's going to be a lot more developments coming in the future. Which is why the market was really just reacting off of CPI and not the China stuff. Because even with the China stuff that we got, it was just, oh, it's the same thing as last time. And they were just continuously agreeing to it. you know, there wasn't anything. We're at 6600 greed level per CNN. Yeah, but didn't we move down from extreme? We moved down though. I'd like to see a chart of that, like where it goes. Like, you know, like a chart and then it blocks it out on like here are the levels. I'd like to see that because the rate of where it's moving towards is more important, I think, than where it is at any given time. You know, it's like if it's moving from extreme greed to greed, so that is good. I mean, either way, it's kind of good, but does it matter? Not really. You know, like fund positioning is important. They're net shorter of light positioning, staying in cash. You still need all that foreign money to start flying back into the U.S. markets, which, again, like I talked about before, is probably going to be when the market hits all-time highs. What's up, R? How you doing, man? Yeah, so again, I couldn't stream first 2 days of this week, but tomorrow and Friday. Well, Friday is the early one. We come on at 9:15, and then it's every day though I'll be on at 10:30 for you guys breaking stuff down. But yeah, we're probably gonna wrap it up soon. There's not much to go through anymore. We're just watching the market here. Nothing crazy anymore. Novo doing its thing. So yeah. So I mean, yeah, we can wrap things up now, guys. I'll have the YouTube video out for you guys later. Again, make sure you guys hit the like button on your way out. 55% China tariffs, because it's the same thing as last time, or it's lower than what it was. Remember, it was like 140. So remember, it's the direction that it's moving is where it's the most important. And then again, make sure you guys take advantage of that sale. 50% off your first 2 months to the Less Trades, More Profits community. You guys get access to all the educational course curriculum videos, the daily private live streams at before market open, leading into through market open until around 10:15 every day. The pre-market plans, the full watch list of stocks and cryptos that are about to explode before they do, the single stock research reports, macro research reports, weekly market research reports, and more direct access to me to answer any of your guys' questions. It's literally only $1 a day for your first 2 months there, guys. So that link is at the top of the live chat. The code is June. And then, yeah, after June, we're going waitlist only. You guys won't be able to hop in. If you want to hop on the waitlist, that's fine, but there's no guarantee that you're ever going to be able to get in. So, good day today. Very, very solid start to the week, especially with Novo. Congratulations to all of you guys in the group with Pfizer, Hershey's, all the other names that I'm forgetting that went absolutely nuts for us. But yeah, YouTube video out at 4 today. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.